Hello everyone. In this video, we want to start talking about a new organ system. We have studied the circulatory system, the system of the lymphatic system, and the cardiovascular system, these two systems together. And now we want to continue talking about other system, which is the respiratory system, that also, as you know, these systems, they are all the systems in our body, they are working together to make the life processes. For the respiratory system, let's talk about the respiratory system. Is the group of organs that take in oxygen and get rid of carbon dioxide. You have to know that for the respiratory system, it has organs and the function to take in oxygen and get rid of carbon dioxide. To understand this, listen to this video carefully and take notes to continue talking about the respiratory system.
What happens when you breathe? You probably don't think much about it, but breathing is crucial to humans and other animals. How it all works is pretty complicated, but really interesting once you know about it. When you breathe in, or inhale, you take air into your lungs through the parts of the respiratory system. Your red blood cells pick up the oxygen from the air and transport it to all the cells of your body. When you breathe out, or exhale, you move air out of your lungs into the atmosphere. Exhaled air contains the waste gas, carbon dioxide.
So you have to know the meaning of breathing. Breathing when your body take in oxygen and by inhaling, okay, and get rid of carbon dioxide when it exhale, okay. But your cells, okay, they need oxygen. So your blood will take the oxygen from the lungs, the part of the respiratory system, we will talk about it, and will give it to what? To the cells, to provide the cells with oxygen. Okay? Also, the cells, they make waste. This waste is, one of these waste is carbon dioxide. So the blood will take the carbon dioxide as waste, and when you exhale, you get rid from carbon dioxide. I want to show you here very important points. Every cell in your body needs a supply of oxygen, okay? The cells use the oxygen for what? For something it's called respiration, or I'll give it another name, aerobic respiration or cellular respiration. Think about keep this, we will talk about it. Cellular respiration, aerobic respiration, okay, for the cells. They produce carbon dioxide as waste product. Also, you have to know the air around us, it doesn't contain only oxygen. It contains other types of gases like water vapor, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, and oxygen. Okay, these are the components of the air. And the percentage of the oxygen in the air is 20%. And the component, the percentage of the carbon dioxide in the air is 0.04%. Okay, your body needs only oxygen from the air. It doesn't need any other types of oxygen. And your cells, they make waste, which is carbon dioxide. So when you exhale, you get rid of carbon dioxide as a waste. Now, in general, the organs that help to get rid of oxygen from the air into your blood and to get rid of the organs that help to get oxygen from the air into your blood and to get rid of carbon dioxide make up what? The respiratory system. We want to know what is the respiratory system. Then we will move to talk about the respiration, aerobic respiration. Don't say what does it mean the cell it needs oxygen or something like this. We will talk about it. But before we start talking about this, okay, the respiration, aerobic respiration, we want to understand and to know what are the parts of the respiratory system. Okay, let's talk about the parts of the respiratory system now. Listen carefully.
The respiratory system helps the body exchange gases with the atmosphere. The human respiratory system includes all the parts shown in the image. Click each part to learn about it.
Okay, So these organs in the respiratory system that help to supply the body to take the air from the the oxygen from the air around us. Let's start. When you breathe in, when you take the air, what do you use? You use nose and you use your mouth, right? Okay, so the first part, let's start talking about the nose. When you inhale, you take the air in.
What is the first part of the respiratory system to come in contact with air? The nose knows. The nose is lined with mucous membranes. When air passes over these membranes, it becomes moist and warm. Small hairs inside the nose filter out large particles. These processes help clean the air before it enters the rest of your body.
So, the first part, which is the nose. The nose has a mucous membrane that moistens the air and warms the air. Also, don't forget, the nose it has small hair, these hair that help to what? To trap the dust or large particles. All of these that help to what? To clean the air before it enters the rest of our body. Okay, let's continue. Now the air is moving from the nose. It will go to something it's called pharynx. Listen.
After passing through the nose, air enters the pharynx, a large tube in your throat. The pharynx connects the passages from your nose and mouth. It leads to two other tubes, the esophagus, which leads to the stomach, and the larynx. In other words, both food and air pass through the pharynx. When you swallow, a flap of skin covers the larynx, so food doesn't enter your respiratory system.
Okay, listen now. This is the nose here. I'll show you this part here. This is the nose. The air it passes through the nose. Go to this part, the red one here, which is called what? The pharynx. The pharynx here, it's connected to tubes. As you see here, it's like between the mouth and it has with the nose. Look at this part here. Okay, but here there is like a skin or a layer of skin that will not allow will not allow the food to pass through, to continue passing through the respiratory system. When you eat, it will be closed. Okay, let's continue now. This is the pharynx. After pharynx, the air, it will continue moving and go through, it's called here larynx. Listen to this. To know what is larynx, look at it.
Do you enjoy singing? Then you like to use your larynx or voice box. The larynx lies between the pharynx and the trachea. Inside it are two muscular tissues called the vocal cords. When you speak or sing, you force air through the larynx, causing the vocal cords to vibrate. This vibration produces sound.
So look at the location of the larynx. It's between the trachea. This is the trachea here, as you see, and between what? The pharynx. This larynx here, it has also what? The vocal cords. Just put your finger on your throat here, okay, on your neck. You will and start to say something. You feel something is vibrating. What are the things? These things are vibrating. The vocal cords. The vocal cords here, they are making what? They are making the sound when they are vibrate. Okay, so you can speak. Let's continue after. So the air from the nose, pharynx. Okay, the pharynx, it can connect what? The opening of the mouth with what? The nose. Then after that, the larynx. Let's continue the air. It will continue moving through something it's called trachea.
From the larynx, air moves into the trachea or windpipe. This is the main passageway to the lungs. The trachea divides into two branches called the bronchi.
Okay, so this is the trachea, as you see. Look at it. The air, it will continue moving. This part here. Okay, This is called what? The trachea or windpipe. Okay, this trachea here at the end, it has two branches, this one and this one. Let's talk about it now.
Bronchi is the plural term for the respiratory tubes that extend into the lungs. The singular term is bronchus. Each bronchus branches into smaller and smaller tubes inside the lungs. These smaller tubes are bronchioles.
Okay, listen now. The trachea at the end, it has two branches, bronchi. Okay, and these bronchi, when if you go inside down, they have a very small also branches. They are called what? Bronchioles. Okay, you understand now? So the air, it continue moving, then it will go to the part is called the lung. Listen carefully.
Your lungs fill most of the chest cavity inside your rib cage. As you can see, there are two of them. Each lung is divided into sections called lobes. The left lung is slightly smaller because it has to make room for the heart.
Okay, so this is the lung. Let's continue or look deeper inside the lung to understand the structure of the lung. Listen.
At the end of each bronchiole is a tiny bundle of air sacs arranged like grapes on a stem. These air sacs are called alveoli. A single one is an alveolus. These tiny organs play a huge role in the respiratory system because it's here that most of the gas exchange takes place between the circulatory and respiratory systems.
Okay, so we have said that the organs of the respiratory system that help in breathing process. So the air, it will move from the nose to the pharynx, larynx, trachea, to the bronchi, bronchioles. Okay, then so bronchioles, they are connected with the alveoli inside the lungs. Okay, the alveoli, they make up what? The lungs. Okay, that what's gonna happen when the air enters? If you look at alveoli, these alveoli, they are surrounded by blood capillary. This part is very important. This is where the respiratory system performs its function. Here, when the blood capillaries, they are surrounding these alveoli, okay, the blood inside the blood capillary, as you know, it has what? It has the red blood cells and plasma, okay? So the blood here that comes from the heart, if you remember, okay, to the lung, that this blood is poor oxygenated. It's a deoxygenated blood. So the air now inside the alveoli, when you inhale, okay, it contains oxygen. So the oxygen, it will move from the from the end of bronchioles, okay, or inside, sorry, the alveoli, okay, that will go to the blood, and the oxygen will be carried through what? Through the red blood cells. So the red blood cells will here where the gas exchange happen. The alveoli provide the blood with oxygen, and the blood, it's deoxygenated blood. It contains more carbon dioxide, the waste from the cells, okay? So the carbon dioxide will go where? To alveoli. Got it now? So this is how the gas exchange. So the blood will go back after it takes the oxygen and get rid of carbon dioxide. It will go back through a vein, pulmonary vein, to the heart to pump it to the whole body. You understand what is gas exchange here? The gas exchange again. The alveoli now, they have what? They have the air. They have high amount of oxygen. And the blood that comes from the heart to the lungs, it's poor or deoxygenated blood. So the movement of oxygen from high concentration from the alveoli to the to the blood, and the blood will take the oxygen and send it to the heart. It will be sent it to the heart, and the blood, the deoxygenated blood, will give the alveoli the carbon dioxide. So when you exhale now, I'm talking about exhaling process after this gas exchange happen, the air will go back from the alveoli to the bronchioles, to bronchi, to trachea, pharynx, larynx, pharynx, then through the nose you can exhale to get rid of carbon dioxide. You understand the movement of carbon dioxide and the oxygen and the air. I want to show you here, there is a part here of the this down. This part is called a diaphragm. When you inhale, you take in oxygen, so this diaphragm, it will go down. So the size here, the chest size, it will increase. So, and the pressure, it will decrease, so the air can get in. But when you exhale, the diaphragm, it will go up, the size, the chest size, it will decrease, so the pressure increase and the air will go outside. So an exhaling process. So this is all about the parts of the respiratory system. We will continue talking about it later in the next video. Thank you for listening.